Yo, Colion Noir here. So I was getting ready to film a video tomorrow on this gun. So tomorrow I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna film a video on the Kimber K6xs. I was sitting here and I was kind of going through my talking points, and I thought to myself, man, I don't really shoot revolvers a lot, but I do remember the first time I shot a revolver, and it was actually with Jerry Michalik. Of all people in the world to shoot a revolver with for the first time, it was with Jerry Michalik. And the reason why I was able to do this was because at the time, this was 8 years ago, and at the time I had a show with the NRA titled Noir. Tonight on Noir, we feel the need for speed when Jerry Michalik joins us on the range. LaSword and Jerry team up to make a case for revolvers, and it's getting down to the wire in the second to last stage of the challenge. Welcome to Noir. A lot of people who've been following me already know this, but since then, that was about 8 years ago, so my audience has grown considerably since then. So there are a lot of people who don't even know that aspect about me, that I worked with the NRA for about 5 to 6 years, where I had my own show that had about 5 or 6 seasons. And in that show, what we did, usually the episodes were about 25, 30 minutes, and they're kind of an aggregation of different segments and different talking points. So it was kind of like a variety show for guns. One of the things, I was working with the ad agency of record at the time for the NRA when I was doing this show. And I would always tell them, I'm like, yo, we need to break some of these segments out of the show because there's some really good segments that get lost in the show. Sometimes we did it, sometimes we didn't. Most times we didn't. So that was a kind of frustrating point for me because I knew some of these great segments were gonna get lost in the bigger episodes, so to speak. And so if that episode didn't have the necessary draw overall, there was gonna be a lot of good stuff that a lot of people didn't see. Before you finish watching this video, a word from our sponsor. Have you ever thought about making a living in the firearms industry? If you enjoy gun repair, ballistics, and learning about firearms, Sonoran Desert Institute's online courses might just be a good fit for you. To find out more, visit sdi.edu or call 480-999-4767 today. I was thinking to myself, you know, maybe I just start pulling those segments out myself and presenting them here now after 8, 9, 10 years. And here is me with Jerry Michalik shooting a revolver for the very first time and him showing me how to shoot a revolver quickly, because as anybody knows, Jerry Michalik can shoot a revolver pretty damn quickly.
Colion, this is a big day for me on Noir, man.
I see you grinning from ear to
I mean,
ear.
I have been since I saw Jerry, since I met Jerry. It's weird because I've been involved for about 30 years, and I've never had the chance to meet him before, but Jerry Michalik here, probably the best handgun shooter to have ever walked on the planet. Jerry, thanks for being here.
My pleasure. See? So just keep it rolling, just steady, nothing fast, just smooth, straight to the rear. Okay. But it's a good way to start. We had a 25, 30, 25, 29, 25.
And that's moving target to target to target.
The idea is I never broke cycle. When you pick up a revolver, you have to realize you got a ½ inch worth of pull and a ½ inch worth of release. So if I'm coming into a target with a dead trigger, I'm half a cycle behind. Same pull, same release. Pretty good. You slap the one in there, that second one. Got a little rough. The rough ones were the misses.
Okay.
You're giving it a little air. The secret there when you're playing with that trigger is not to give it any air on the release.
Okay.
And when you give it air, you got room.
Then start slapping the trigger. And
then the trigger goes. You're human, so you want to make up that air. Then you run at the trigger even harder. Yep, you're slapping it the whole time. Yep. You see the difference?
Yeah.
You see how your accuracy went out the window?
Yep.
Right.
Totally.
Right. But if you watch my trick, can I try it?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
If you watch my trigger finger, I'm trying never to give it any air.
Jeez.
See? You don't want to give it any air.
Yeah. I like that.
See the difference?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, not bad though.
He shot as fast as I did with it upside down.
That is nuts.
That is so awesome. I love it.
You shoot a handgun that fast.
Mossberg to the rescue.
Oh, I mean, he just makes me laugh every time he shoots.
I don't think I could have shot it that fast just shooting straight up.
No. Oh man, that's too good.
The rhythmic timing that you were talking about when we were on the revolvers.
Yep.
Same application with rifles?
Everything.
Really?
Okay, so you are the first humanoid machine that I've ever met in my life. So cool, awesome to have you on the show, man.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Jerry. Really
Good
appreciate
shooting with you guys. Good day to be on the range.
Absolutely. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. I gotta say, it's almost cringy seeing myself that young and that just, you know, when you look back at your younger self sometimes and then you're just like, I wore that. Yeah, or I did that, or, you know, all of those things, you're just like, ugh. As most of y'all probably noticed, I was wearing shorts. I rarely ever wear shorts. And the reason why I don't is because I have calves the size of tree trunks. I've always have since I was younger. And so I don't genuinely wear shorts because I think it looks goofy on me. I know what it was. Our film days were so long and we'd be out in the summer heat that I was like, look, I'm getting tired of this. I'm just gonna wear whatever I can to be as cool as possible. And by cool, I don't mean aesthetic. I mean cool like I'm just going to be cool. And one of the show sponsors at the time was actually 511. So that's why I was rocking that 511 shirt there. But I actually really do enjoy wearing those shirts. As a matter of fact, there are some shorts that they made that to this day I still sleep in because they're one of the best shorts that I've ever slept in. I'm very picky about the shorts I sleep in. And even still, I remember that day, and it's incredible because Jerry Miculek's hands are massive. Like in person and on video, you don't really get to full grasp of it, but when you see him in person, it's like, damn, this man's hands are huge, like bigger than my head. And then they're very powerful and very strong, which is a big part of like his ability to shoot the gun as fast as he can. Sure, technique does play a part in it, but when a person with technique will outbeat somebody who just has natural talent. However, somebody who also has technique and natural talent and God-given abilities physically, you're not beating them. And that's where Jerry Miculek comes in. He has a huge hands, very strong, and he's got the technique down when it comes to shooting. That gives him all the advantages in the world to be able to shoot as fast as he does. And him showing me how to shoot that revolver, I started realizing, I'm like, damn, like this is not just technique, it also requires a certain level of just kind of God-given ability. And that's what he has. That's usually what puts the people at the upper echelon of abilities there. They have the hard work, they have the technique, and they have the natural talent, and they have the God-given abilities physically. From that perspective, I'm like, yo, like this is nuts. I'm shooting my first revolver with Jerry Miculek. And the crazy thing is I remember when I started getting into the gun world, I remember seeing videos of Jerry Miculek breaking all types of world records and stuff like that. So never in a million years that I thought I would end up actually shooting with the man at the same time. And he was incredibly nice, incredibly welcoming, and he's actually an incredibly good instructor as well. He has a very good command of communication and can really convey thoughts and points with respect to how to shoot very fluidly. So I remember that day and I had a lot of fun. It was hot, but I definitely walked away with a better understanding of how to shoot revolvers, considering I was basically shooting handguns for the most part. So I hope you guys enjoy that segment with me and Jerry Miculek, and I'm gonna have more segments that I'm gonna break out. And sometimes I'll come back at the end and I'll talk through it and kind of give you guys a play-by-play of what happened. If I can remember, some of the stuff just kind of flies by the wind. I can't remember a lot of it. In case you guys are wondering too, the guy next to me was Lasort. Lasort was like a secondary character on my show. Initially the show kind of started off as like a studio show, and it was me and I had a female co-host, and then Darren would kind of like come in the show every once in a while. And as the seasons progressed, he actually started having more of a bigger part in the show. And to this day, me and Darren are still really, 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 really good friends. We talk almost every other day, so to speak. But that's Lasort. He kind of became his own character. Like we'd be out somewhere and people like, yo, Lasort. So For those of you wondering who that random white guy was, that's the short. But I hope you guys look forward to this episode. I'm kind of enjoying doing this because it allows me to kind of proactively go down memory lane, because I always forget how much content and how much things I've actually done over the course and time that I've been in this space. So I actually appreciate you guys for serving as kind of the catalyst for me going back through these, and I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I do. As usual, I'm gonna do my shameless plug. As you can see here, I'm wearing my embroidered I'm the Militia hats. About that for a second. Before we were kind of doing like, you know, like the patches and the kind of stamp on stuff. And I like those, but these here, I really, really like. There's something about embroidery that just feels a little bit more organic. And we kind of strayed away from it initially because we couldn't get it consistent enough. We couldn't get the quality consistent enough. But now we're at a point now where we can do the designs like this pretty consistently with high quality. And so I'm happy to announce our embroidered hat collection. We also have the embroidered hoodies as well. So if you're looking to pick up some of those, just head over to shop.Mr. Colion Noir and grab a hoodie, so forth and so on. And if you like, go ahead and share the video. I'm not going to tell you to do it like I do in the other videos because it's supposed to be a little bit, you know, more chill. So if you'd like the video, put a thumbs up. If you'd like, share the video. If you don't like, share the video anyway. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because some of y'all don't subscribe to the channel. How you even get the videos, I don't know. But you don't subscribe to the channel and you don't click the bell that lets you notify. Hey, look, like I said, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You know how frightening it is to think about what happens in the moments before, during, and even days after having to use your gun in self-defense? When you first start carrying a gun for protection, it can be a very scary and nerve-wracking experience, especially if you haven't gotten the education and training you need to feel confident. I've been there myself, hoping I never have to go through a self-defense shooting, which is why I'm a member of the USCCA. As a USCCA member, you can eliminate some of the stress of carrying a gun for protection by accessing the amazing wealth of firearm education, training, and current state-specific gun laws of your state or states you may travel to. This can help you be prepared for, or hopefully even avoid, a self-defense incident. As a bonus, members automatically become insured on the self-defense liability insurance policy purchased by and issued to the USCCA. Click below to learn more. Guns aren't political. That's why I need your help getting this message to spread on YouTube by clicking the thumbs up button, leaving a comment to let me know what you think of the video, then subscribing to the channel. But most importantly, click that bell symbol. For products featured in this video, click the links in the description.